This is an executive report covering the recent FDA approval of Taletrectinib 𝗧𝗓𝗧𝗏 and our analysis on its commercial prospects and valuation outlook. We'll cover the product's value proposition, market niche and landscape evolution, competitive intelligence, market access and pricing strategy, due diligence considerations, and our 5-year projections. So let's get right into it. Number 1. Product value proposition. Taletrectinib is a next-generation oral ROS1-tyrosine kinase inhibitor, or TKI, designed to treat ROS1-positive non-small cell lung cancer, or NSCLC, in pivotal trials. Taletrectinib demonstrated high overall response rates of approximately 85 to 90%, with durable responses lasting 12 months or longer in the majority of treatment-naive patients. Notably, taletrectinib exhibits strong penetration into the central nervous system, or CNS, with intracranial response rates around 63 to 73% in both treatment-naive and previously treated patients. Safety data indicate that taletrectinib is generally well-tolerated, with low discontinuation rates and manageable side effects including mild to moderate diarrhea, nausea, dizziness, liver enzyme elevations, and QT prolongation. 2. Market niche and landscape evolution. ROS1-positive NSCLC represents a rare molecular subset of lung cancer, accounting for roughly 2% of all NSCLC cases, which translates to approximately 3,000 new cases annually. In the US, these patients are often younger non-smokers with a high risk of CNS metastasis. The market landscape is rapidly evolving, with next-generation TKIs emphasizing potency, CNS efficacy, and the ability to overcome resistance mutations such as 𝗔𝗣𝗣𝗥𝗢𝗓. Taletrectinib's strengths in CNS penetration and tolerability are expected to meet growing market demand for effective and convenient oral therapies that support patient adherence and improve quality-adjusted life years. 3. Competitive intelligence. Key competitors include Repotrectinib 𝗢𝗓𝗏 by Bristol Myers Squibb, which demonstrated overall response rates around 79% in untreated patients and 38% in pretreated patients. It also shows notable activity against solvent front resistance mutations and is approved for a broader indication that includes NTRK fusion cancers. BMS projects peak sales estimates of approximately $1.4 billion in first-line settings plus $455 million in second-line settings. Other first-generation TKIs, such as crizotinib 𝗧𝗏𝗧 and entrectinib roslitrek, have lower response rates of 66 to 78% and less robust CNS activity, positioning them as fallback therapies. While the head-to-head data is limited, taletrectinib appears to have a slight edge in response rates and duration of response versus repotrectinib, although the current label is more narrow, focusing only on ROS1-positive NSCLC. 4. Market access and pricing. The current estimated price for taletrectinib is approximately $29,500 per month, translating to around $354,000 per year. Market access strategies are expected to focus on obtaining reimbursement for both first-line and second-line indications, leveraging orphan drug designation and comparative efficacy data versus first-generation TKIs. Early engagement with health technology assessment bodies through health economics and outcomes research dossiers will highlight quality, adjusted life years gained, and cost-benefit considerations. Companion diagnostic alignment with existing ROS1 molecular testing protocols should facilitate timely patient identification and treatment initiation. 5. Valuation and due diligence. Our base case estimates peak global sales for taletrectinib to reach around $640 million by 2034. However, near-term we expect the public-sponsored Nuvation Bio ticker symbol and UVB to experience headwinds as the market initially overreacted to the positive news. Since the approval, shares declined by approximately 17%. Using a risk-adjusted discount rate of 12 to 15%, we forecast revenues to begin ramping in 2026, with earnings per share or EPS breakeven around 2027 to 2028. Our 5-year outlook includes upside catalysts such as increased uptake in first-line treatment, publication of real-world CNS durability data, European approval, and label expansion opportunities. Key risks include competitive pressure from Repotrectinib, reimbursement challenges, and patent expirations in 2030. Our estimated fair value range is $7 to $9 per share by 2029 in the base case, with a downside of $3 to $4 if uptake or access is limited, and upside of $12 to $15 per share if Taletrectinib gains dominant market share. 6. Commercialization timeline and EPS projections. We project Taletrectinib US launch in Q3 2025 with initial revenue generation in Q4, filings in China and the rest of world follow in 2025 and 2026 respectively. We expect European approval in 2026 and publication of real-world CNS durability data in 2026 to 2027. Potential label expansion into pediatric populations or other fusion-driven cancers could occur in 2027 to 2028. EPS is projected to progress from -$0.40 per share in 2025 driven by commercialization costs and minimal revenue to -$0.20 per share in 2026 as revenue grows and operating expenses increase to break even at $0.02 per share in 2027. We project positive EPS of 38 cents per share in 2028 and 66 cents per share by 2029, reflecting greater market penetration. 7. 5-year DCF-based valuation summary. Our discounted cash flow model projects total discounted cash flows over 2025 to 2029 of approximately $474 million. The terminal value covering years 2030 to 2034 is estimated at $520 million discounted to present value. This analysis suggests that Nuvation Bio has significant upside potential. However, given the inherent risks in commercializing a new product, the company may consider using Contingent Value Rights or CVRs to protect early investors. CVRs could be valuable in various scenarios, such as partnering or licensing deals in China or Japan, a merger or acquisition transaction, or a potential asset sale or spinout. CVRs could allow investors to participate in future upside if certain milestones are achieved. For example, CVRs could be structured to pay out $1 to $2.50 per share over 3 to 5 years if milestones, such as EU approval or cumulative sales thresholds, are met. In conclusion, Taletrectinib represents a clinically differentiated, high-value targeted therapy for the rare population of ROS1-positive NSCLC patients. With competitive advantages in CNS efficacy and tolerability, this targeted therapy addresses an important unmet medical need. Robust commercial and regulatory momentum supported by real-world evidence and health economics data positions Taletrectinib for market adoption and sustained growth over the next 5 years. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Your support helps us continue to produce valuable investment insights. Have a great day and best regards.